Palawan, the largest province in the Philippines, is home to several indigenous ethnolinguistic groups, namely, the Kagayanen and Tagbanwa, Palawano, Taaw't Bato, Molbog and the Batak tribes. They live in remote villages in the mountains and coastal areas. It is believed that their ancestors occupied the province long before Malay settlers from the Majapahit Empire of Indonesia arrived in these islands, in the later 12th or 13th centuries. In 1962, a team of anthropologists from the National Museum led by Dr. Robert Fox unearthed fossils at Lipuan Point in Quezon Town that were classified as those of Homo sapiens and believed to be 22,000 to 24,000 years old. The recovery of the Taban Man and other significant findings in the area earned for Palawan the title, "The Cradle of Philippine Civilization." Research has shown that the Tagbanwa and Palawano are possible descendants of the Taban Caves inhabitants. The language and alphabet, farming methods, and common belief in soul relatives are some of the cultural similarities. After the death of Ferdinand Magellan, the remnant of his fleet landed in Palawan. Magellan's chronicler, Antonio Pigafetta, in his writings, described the cultivated fields of the native people populating the Palawan Islands. He also mentioned that these people use weapons consisting of blowpipes, spears and bronze umber. During his stay in the area, he witnessed for the first time cockfighting and fist-fighting. He also discovered that the natives had their own system of writing consisting of 13 consonants and 3 vowels, and they had a dialect of 18 syllables. He further wrote that in Palawan, the local king had 10 scribes who wrote down the king's dictation on leaves of plants. Ethnic groups. Batak. The Batak, which means mountain people in Quezon, is a group of indigenous people that resides in the northeast portion of Palawan. They live in the rugged interiors of northeastern Palawan. Living close to nature, they are a peaceful and shy people. These people believe in nature spirits, with whom they communicate through a babalan, a medium, and LTREFWTM name equals PTC_tribes, and GT. Palawano's native-born lowland dwellers include the Kuyunan and Agatayanon subgroups. The Kuyunons, originally from the island town of Cuyo in northern Palawan, are considered the elite class in this group. They are religious, disciplined and have a highly developed community spirit. The conversion to Christianity has led to the merger of the animistic beliefs of the Kuyunan with the Christian elements to produce a folk Christianity which is the prevailing belief of the Kuyunan. The Agatayanins practice a simpler island lifestyle, with fishing and farming as the main source of livelihood. Palawano. The Palawano tribe, also known as Palawano, is one of the indigenous peoples of Palawan. They are part of the large Manobo-based linguistic groups of southern Philippines. They traditionally hunt using saws and bamboo blowguns. The Palawano closely resemble the Tagbanwa, and in the past, they were doubtless the same people. Some Taoshug residents in Palawan called the Palawano Tran, which means people in scattered places. Like the Yakan of Basilan, the Palawano live in houses out of sight of each other, scattered among the plots of farmlands. The main occupation is subsistence farming, cultivating mainly upland rice. The tribe is composed of several subgroups. One small community of S.W. Palawanos, living in the internal mountain, are known as the Taaw't Bato. Taaw't Bato means simple, the people of the rock. Quote, "They are found in the southern interior of Palawan in the volcanic crater of Mount Mantalingan. Some uniformed outsiders believe there is a separate group called Keni, but this is simply a derogatory term meaning thick, upriver people. No one uses the term to refer to themselves as a people. Most of the Palawans are now settled in the highlands of the island of Palawan, from just north of Quezon on the west side and Abo on the east, all the way to the southern tip of the island at Bulaluyan. The religion is an old form of belief once practiced throughout the central Philippines prior to the Spanish arrival in the 16th century, a mix of traditional animism with elements of Hinduism and Islamic belief. Some have embraced Islam from the southern Molbog and Palawani neighbors. A small number of them are Protestant due to recent missionary campaigns. Taaw't Bato. The Taaw't Bato means people of the rock. They are not actually a separate language or ethnic group, but rather a small community of traditional southwestern Palawanos who happen to reside in the crater of an extinct volcano during certain seasons of the year, in houses built on raised floors inside caves, though others have set their homes on the open slopes. They are found in the Singnapan Basin, a valley bounded by Mount Matalangahan on the east and the coast on the west. North of them is the municipality of Quezon, and to the south of the still unexplored regions of Palawan. They are still primitive in the lifestyle, even in the way of dressing. The men still wear G-strings made of bark and cloth, and the women wear a piece of cloth made into skirts to cover the lower body. Both of them are half-naked, but sometimes women wear a blouse that is not indigenous but obtained through the market system. The Taaw't Bato's artistry is cruder compared to other Palawan groups, except in exceptional cases involving basketry around cave dwellings. For example, they construct a light and sturdy lattice work made of saplings lashed together and anchored fast to crevice in the walls to provide access to the caves. The construction does not depend on any major framework to hold the unit against the walls. The anchorage is distributed all along the framework such that the breakdown of one section can be compensated for by the rest of the construction. With conditions varying in different caves, there are modifications and elaboration on the basic dataga sleeping platforms and lag core a granary. They are swidden cultivators, practicing multiple cropping with cassava as the major source of carbohydrate. They also produce sweet potato, sugarcane, malunggay, garlic, pepper, string beans, squash, tomato, pineapple, etc. Throughout the year, hunting and foraging is pursued to complement the carbohydrate diet of the people. Most of the wild pigs are caught through spring traps. They also indulge the sambi and dagang. The trade is specifically for marine fish, which the people of Candawagat provide in exchange for horticultural products of the Taaw't Bato. Dagang involves forest products like the almasiga, rattan, etc. The basic social unit among the Taaw't Bato of Singnapan is the Karasawan. This extends from the basic couple, man and woman, to the more complexer arrangements of a compound and extended family grouping. The Karasawan households units are further grouped into larger associations called bulan, which literally means gathering. These multi-household bands are physically bounded in the terms of areas of habitation. Each bulan ordinarily occupies a single cave for residence, or a single house complex in the swidden area. One thing clear is that membership in a bulan is characterized by the ecosystem of sharing through different types of social and material exchanges, a prominent example being the sharing of food. Because of their uniqueness, the Philippine government declared their area off-limits to strangers to protect them from unreasonable exploitation. This tribe subsists on hunting, gathering fruits and planting crops and rice near the forest. However, the tribe have recently come under threat from mining concessions that have been granted, in particular the communities living around the mount. Gangtong and Mantalingahan Range have been affected by claims upon the land for nickel mining. This is despite measures that were taken to prevent events like this from happening, as prior claims for mining are still valid. Tagbanwa. The Tagbanwa tribes, or people of the world, are found in central and northern Palawan. They practice shifting cultivation of upland rice, which is considered a divine gift, and are known for the rice wine ritual called Pagdawata. Central Tagbanwas are found in the western and eastern coastal areas of central Palawan. They are concentrated in the municipalities of Abulan, Quezon, and Puerto Princesa. Calamian Tagbanwa, on the other hand, are found in Baras Coast, Baswanga Island, Coronado Island, Linipakan, Calabangbangan, a cultural preservation area, and in some parts of El Nido. Shifting cultivation of upland rice is part of the cultural and economic practices. Rice is considered a divine gift and is fermented to make rice wine, which they use in Pagdawata, or rice wine ritual. The cult of the dead is a key to the religious system of the Tagbanwa. They believe in several deities found in the natural environment. The language and alphabet, practice of Kagayanen, and common belief in soul relatives are part of the culture. This group are excellent in basketry and wood carving. In addition, they are also famous for the beautifully crafted body accessories. The combs, bracelets, necklaces and anklets are usually made of wood, beads, brass and copper.